Good morning. How y'all doing? This is where I get to spout off. We're going to talk about the do's and do nots when it comes to gigging. All right? Excuse my notes, but I want to make sure that I cover all the little things that I've learned what not to do and what to do. So, right off the bat, let's go with the do nots, don'ts. Get the negatives over with. Right, again, the very first thing, when you're at a gig, do not promote your next gig if it's at a different venue. That day you're working for that venue, and if you've got another gig tomorrow night or the next week, you don't want to be promoting that one because you're not working for that venue, you're working for the venue you're at that night. That club or restaurant or bistro or whatever is also open the next night or the next week, and they want their customers coming back to them. So I know that should be really simple to think about, but a lot of people don't think about it. When you're doing a gig, you promote the venue that you're at. You're helping to build their business. You promote yourself too, promote your Facebook page, but you're working for that venue that night. Okay, now the next thing. Don't ever argue on stage. Don't ever correct somebody else on stage. You're there having fun, you're friends. All right? Rehearsal's a time to maybe critique a song or something. But when we make a mistake, we call a mulligan. We start the song over. We don't criticize each other on stage. You don't want to do that. And generally, that's a sign of someone's ego. So don't criticize each other. Next thing is, don't take long breaks. The audience didn't come to watch you take a break. They came to hear the songs, the music, to see you and be entertained. If you take a long break, that gives them more time to get bored at the location and get up and go to another venue where another band's playing. Your job is to keep them there. Jimmy Buffett, Paul McCartney, the Stones, they don't take breaks. Okay. I've seen McCartney stand there in heat like crazy for 3 hours entertaining. And Jimmy Buffett, the same thing. So do not take long breaks. The breaks are there for working the audience, introducing yourself to them, getting to know them, being friends. The longest break that you should ever take, if you're working in a club for 4 hours, is maybe 20 minutes, and that's long. I try to keep it under 15. And when I do the solo act, I don't take any breaks, just work all the way through. You're there having fun doing it, and they appreciate it. Right? So watch those break times. I get so bored when I go to a club, see a band, and then they take a half-hour break. When's the band going to be back on? Think about that. Do you like all those commercials on television? No. Hello, you're not Ron White. You are not Dean Martin. Do not do a lot of drinking when you're doing a gig. Alcohol does not make you a better entertainer, does not make you a better musician. And if you're doing harmonies, that's even worse. So stay away from the booze. Have water, have soda. Have a beer, maybe one a set. But don't go hitting the hard stuff. And don't do a lot of beers. I've seen guys where they got 30 empty bottles up there. Come on, you're not performing good. Watch that ego. Okay? No one person in the band is better than the other. It's a brotherhood. And your brothers are going to nail you if you get that ego. Either that or the band will not last. I know a musician in Milwaukee. He can't keep a band together because of his ego. There's a fiddle player from Wisconsin. that used to play with Brooks and Dunn. They let him go because of his ego. That's a terrible gig to lose. So keep that ego away from those stages, away from rehearsals, away from when you get together. No one person is better than anybody else in that band. And last but not least of the don'ts, don't discuss religion. Don't present your political feelings or thoughts. You could give me free pass to go backstage with U2, and I wouldn't take it. You can have me get on stage with U2. I wouldn't go. I love U2. I hate Bono. Not because of what he thinks, but that is not a place to discuss politics. I didn't go to a club to hear some band discuss religion or politics. That's the surest way of offending your fans, offending your friends, offending your relatives. Keep the politics, keep the religion off that stage. You're there to entertain and make people have fun, not to become argumentative all of a sudden. Okay? Think about it and remember that. Okay, for the fun things, the do's at a gig. Right off the bat, at that venue, promote it. Promote the venue. Talk about the club, how nice it is to be here. They came there to see you, and that club owner likes that. He also likes you promoting him because he wants that audience coming back to him. It's just a smart way of doing business. You're working for him. That's the place you should be talking about. Big time. Start on time. A club hires you to work from, well, around here, 5 to 7, but we used to work from 10 till 2 in the morning. If you started 10, 11, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever, 7 o'clock, start on time. The audience gets there, they're told that you're going to start at 7 o'clock. They want to see some entertainment at 7 o'clock. I can't tell you how many times I've been on stage and we've gotten a slow start for some reason, and you have audience that comes up and says, hey, when are you guys going to start? So we try to be right on time all the time, and you should too. Always start on time. And also, if you're having fun at the end of the night, don't be afraid to go over a little bit. Play a couple extra songs that the people are liking and they're asking you. Okay? So it's not a set thing that you have to end at such and such a time. But if the audience, look at the audience, look at the place, look at the bartenders, if they're having fun, and the audience is, play a couple extra songs. Tip jars. Okay. At public gigs, don't be afraid to have a tip jar out there. You're not begging for money. You have a tip jar out there. People like to tip, especially if you do a special song for them. Or if they ask for one and you can pull it off, they'll throw a tip in the tip jar. But that's at public venues, public gigs, bars, bistros, like the American Legion Post also. Don't be afraid to have the tip jar out there. Never have a tip jar at a private gig or a party or some sort. That person or that club hired you for a private party. They're paying you for the private party. So you don't go asking the clients or the friends of the party host for extra money. I never have a tip jar at a private party, but I always have one at an open gig. So you deserve the money, you earn it, and you should enjoy it. Interact with your audience. That's how you make friends. They love to see you. They love to hear you, and they love to be interacting with you. You're not there just to be some star up on stage. You're there to entertain. So when you're on stage, interact with your audience. During the breaks, short breaks, interact with your audience. Go out and meet them, talk with them. Make new friends. Because when you make new friends, you make new fans. And smile. Shh. Tell your face to enjoy itself. Smile. You're having fun on stage. If the people see that, they're having fun too. Tell your face the same thing. Smile. Now this is not a don't do, and this is not a do. Just a little PS for you. Watch that volume. I know when I'm playing guitar, I love the feel that volume adds to it. Guitar players and lead guitar players love to turn it up. But I also notice that when I get a little pissy with the band and we bring the volumes down, this is any band I've been with, guess what? All of a sudden they can hear the vocals. And the vocals become so much enhanced, become so much better, because they can interact with each other on stage, hear what the other guy and gal is singing, and join in. It becomes all of a sudden a unit, because you're not struggling to hear the vocals. So watch that volume. Get to know the venue. I mean, if you're playing outside and you want to just crank and go nuts, that's fine. But if you're in a club or that kind of a venue, that sound's bouncing off the walls. And you cannot, I've been in places where you could not hear the vocals whatsoever. So watch the volumes and watch the next venue. We'll be talking about something my daughter recommended, and that was soundmen and stage crew. So make sure you check the next venue out. Hit that subscribe button, and you get to see all the venues, all the videos I've done. Also, hit that bell there so that you get notified when the next one comes out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.